before you eat fucking Xanax, you better think twice, cocksuckers, because that shit will double up on you, and next thing you know, you're fucking living that anxiety. It's just running you. It's a fucking nightmare. I had to stop smoking pot and everything because it would just kick up the anxiety. Stop drinking espressos. I stopped everything, cold turkey. And then I tape it off safely, and here we are today, fucking August 10th of 2021, you know? But fuck, that was a nightmare. There was no withdrawals with cocaine. There was no withdrawals with reefer. There was no withdrawals with nothing. Xanax was a complete different fucking story. So if you're on Xanax, you better start tapering, cocksuckers, because it's going to take you somewhere where you don't want to be. It takes you into the fucking murky waters. Let me ask you this. Why haven't you moved to New York? You want to stay in L.A. right now? Because you were saying you signed the lease and you didn't know. And
yeah, I just signed the lease. So I'm doing my my podcast still with Jamie and Kasim, and it's like, right now, Jamie's in Austin, and me and Kasim do it out of LA, and he has like a little studio in his house that we do it out of. So I like the feeling of at least two of us being together and one being away, where like if all three of us are in totally different cities and we're doing it over Zoom, it's like, you know, it's just not something I love doing the podcast, and I don't want it to become a thing where it's like, you know, the passion goes away or this. I feel like when you know you got three people and none of you are in the same room, especially when, you know, 6 months ago we were in the same room every fucking episode, so we know that energy, you know, we knew what it was like then. And then you move to one person being away and you're like, all right, we could still manage, we could still do it. Where in my head I'm like, if all three of us are in different fucking cities. But also I hate the winter, man. I hate it. I hate flying. So people are like, oh, live in New York for fucking this amount of time and then fly to fucking, you know, Florida or LA. And I'm like, I don't want to be counting down how long again until, and then what am I going to do? Rent my fucking apartment in the city? And I'm like, this is all too much for me. I'm like, just for now, you know, I got another year here, figure it out. You know, I'm not, if I had three more friends move to Austin, I would be, I'd be down to check out Austin for a year, something like that. But yeah, again, it's like, if I'm not living in New York, I don't care where the fuck I am. It's all the same to me. Like, it's New York and then I'm somewhere else, you know?
do you miss New York at all?
Every day. I miss New York more than I miss anyone in my fucking family. Like, you know, because
Really?
New York to me is all of that. Like, I grew up in Manhattan. So it's like when I drive over that bridge and then all of a sudden I'm fucking, you know, driving in a cab to go home. It's like every block I look at, I'm like, oh, that's where fucking Alex got in the fight with this guy. This is where fucking Marcello lost his virginity. Like, this is the, and just driving down the fucking street, it's like, oh my God. And my parents grew up on like the same, on 83rd Street between 1st and 2nd where I grew up. So it's like, I'm, you know, their history, my history, this going into fucking, you know, like I got a Italian restaurant, Delizzia's on 92nd and 2nd that I fucking walk into, and it's like, it's more, it doesn't compare to one fucking place out here, you know? People talk about like, oh, have you been to this Italian restaurant out here? It's the best out here, this, and you go, yeah, it's not even an average Italian place in New York. Like, it's just, like, yeah, they can fry a fucking chicken cutlet and throw red sauce on it, and it doesn't taste bad. Like, it wouldn't taste bad if I made it either, but it's not even close. Like, this place that I go to in New York that I've been going to forever, it's like, somehow you tell them, like, you could get penne alla vodka, fucking chicken parm, sausage and peppers, and you're like, how is this incredible? No one's ever heard of this, and you're like, because that's New York. You know, out here, if they were making that food, there would be a line of jerk-offs, fucking 300 long, Instagramming it, and like taking pictures with the fucking chicken cutlet in their mouth, and this. At this place, no one's ever, I've never heard one person bring this place up to me in New York, anything. And for me, it's like, I as soon as I get home, I'm like, I gotta go right here. Like, I fucking love it, because there's 1,000 places like that in New York, you know, where just the average place, a place that you like to go to, you're like, yo, I know the penne alla vodka here is better than what people fucking talk about in LA is like, oh my God, like, this is, you know, hashtag eat yummy. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is fine, but it's like their whole world, you know?
I do not miss LA at all. Can you believe that? Like, that was one of the saddest things to me. Like, I was sad when I first got here. I was sad over two things. One, that I did not miss LA, any of it. And B, I didn't miss doing stand-up. Like, those two things bothered me so much, I had to talk to a therapist. Because
Wow.
I did not miss LA at all. I kept thinking to myself, what the fuck is wrong with me? But there was nothing about LA towards the end that I missed. I didn't miss the shitty fucking food. I didn't miss any of that stuff. And you're right. Here, I'm in South Jersey. I'm in an area where a lot of Staten Island people moved into. The New Jersey people complain about them, you know, because they've been here all their life. Oh, these people from Staten Island. These people from Staten Island have brought food to South Jersey that would make your asshole quiver. You know, like the fucking chicken parm, there's Italian restaurants. I mean, there's not a bad slice of pizza around here. Like people, oh, I drove to Edison. I drove here for pizza. Go fuck yourself. You could drive down the corner to Danino's and it's fucking great pizza, you know? But that's one thing I do not miss. The affair with amazing that is LA. You know, everything is amazing, but it fucking blows. You know, you wait online for something or you wait to go get something. The only thing I do miss is my weed store. Let's cut the shit. I miss ice cream shop. I miss my motherfucking weed store. I miss the girls in there. I do miss cryotherapy, the whole concept of cryotherapy. Here in New Jersey, they think cryotherapy is going into a box with your head out. You know, they don't know that the whole, you walk in, the fucking eye goggles, the ear stuff. You know, I miss those things. I miss a few of my friends. But besides that, I don't miss LA how I thought I would miss it. I thought like I was going to be heartbroken, the store and all that. No, I came to terms with it. And I feel a lot better than I'm here. I really do feel a lot better than I'm here. I could have gone to Austin, but I think that deep down inside, I just wanted it to just end, you know, like comedy. I enjoy doing the podcast. I really do, you know, but I don't want a big scale podcast ever again. You know, I like what I'm doing now. You know, I'm lucky we didn't move into a studio yet because the numbers are going up. Who the fuck knows where we're going to be by the end of the year or by November or September? Who the fuck knows? You know, like we said in the beginning of this, we're just living day to fucking day. I'm going to tell you what made me go up there to get the vaccine shot. I dumped an ounce of Coke. In 1986, I had an ounce of Coke. And me and my girlfriend went to get it. And then my girlfriend had to go home to her parents' house. And she goes, don't break into that bag till I get back to you tonight. Or let me know when you get into the bag. I'll stop and get booze and come over.